Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 BMW 228i Sdrive.
And a big thanks to Ibrahim and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Ibrahim.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the 2 Series has been BMW's subcompact executive car since 2014. The second generation 2 Series that you see here was released last year for 2025, and for 2026, the 2 Series adds this all-new S-Drive variant with a base price starting under $40,000 and still ripping its way to 60 in about 6 seconds. 5.8 seconds with a $3,000 more expensive X-Drive model, and a blistering 4.2 seconds with the $50,000 M235 X-Drive. Here, we still have the sub $40,000 228i Sdrive, which is all new this year for 2026. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So, reasonable amount of background noise right now. It should end pretty soon. But even with this 228i starting under $40,000, we get front parking sensing, LED headlamps, which are dual BMW LED projectors with an aluminum contrasted grille, gloss black inserts, and panel for our advanced safety features. We get active shutters for the top and bottom portion for this turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with functional airflow in each corner. The wheel and tire setup, we get these black and silver contrasted 18-inch rims, which have an M sticker in front of the BMW center cap, wrapped in Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric summer performance tires. Dimensions are 225/45 R18. So the summer performance tires will definitely help the traction, but we'll see these 225 wide tires are enough to put this very powerful 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo's power to the ground. Again, a little bit more background noise, but that actually sounds pretty cool. We get a side sensor too. We don't have a 360-degree camera on this S-Drive 228, but the full 360 sense of parking sensing is appreciated. The mirror caps have an LED turn signal on them with blind spot monitoring on the glass. We get all black trim for the window trim, smart access for the driver and the front passenger, aggressive rocker panel side skirts. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 228i Sdrive. But taking a look at this window sticker with the sub $40,000 base price for now, as soon as you add this black sapphire metallic, it's above $40,000 bucks, $300 for the digital, or not digital key, for the remote start, $200 for the garage door opener, $450 for the active front seats with lumbar adjustment, $1,175 for the destination, totaling us out at $42,375 bucks, still sitting under the X-Drive model. You can pause, take a look at the rest of the standard features. 7-speed dual clutch, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, cranking out 241 horsepower, 31 combined MPGs, 27 in the city with 39 on the highway. Those are some seriously good numbers. I like how BMW is starting to add their series number out in the rear quarter panel with the same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Still the Goodyear Eagle asymmetric summer performance tires, with the dimensions being 225/45 R18. We get an additional side sensor for the rear parking sensing, full rear parking sensing, LED taillights. Shout out BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. 228 in the upper right corner. Sorry about that, my camera overheated. It's a really hot one today in Ocala, Florida, but the exhaust tips are hidden underneath the rear bumper. And speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by BMW for the 2026 228i Sdrive, and it sounds surprisingly good, cranking out a lot of power at 241 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque. Made it to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, sending the power to the front wheels. You can expect 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds. And that's only because it's limited because of traction. You go to the X-Drive model, you're gonna be in the upper mid-5s, which is really quick considering the price point. I've seen fully loaded Civics, Mazda 3s go for this price point, and this is a little bit nicer of a vehicle both inside and out. But we'll shut this hood right down, take a step back and walk around this 2026 BMW 228i Sdrive. And let's take a step inside and see what we get. So up top we get soft touch materials, leatherette stitching in the center, and a gushy soft leatherette armrest. 2 Harman Kardon speakers on the door panel, aluminum door handle, 2-person memory seats, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable. We get 4-window auto on touch, and our trunk release. Just hard plastic down below, but you'll fit a foot long with no problem, and a 32-ounce water bottle in front of it. Plastic BMW step-in plate, and some very well bolstered synthetic leather seats with thigh support adjustments, lumbar control 4-way adjustable. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide. With perforation, they are heated seats as standard. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So first thing we notice, we get BMW's signature dual screens. We have the air set to the low automatic function, and it's still very noisy. I set it to very low, and I begin to basically overheat, so just bear with me with a little bit of this air conditioner's background noise. Either way, we get the dual screens. It's not the 12.3-inch digital gauge display and 14.9-inch touchscreen, but still looks very premium. The steering wheel's thick, solid 10 and 2, and just about a perfect 9 and 3. Rubberized horn area. The horn, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We don't get dual pane windows, but they're decently thick. Cruise control settings on the left side with our voice commands, music, hang up and answer phone calls, and infotainment adjustments on the right. We can adjust the content. Right now we're looking at map, route preview, trip data, reduced view, media, and the map. My personal favorite would be the map, so we'll leave it there. And as far as layout, we get 3 different displays. This centered one is my personal favorite, and I personally prefer the way that it looks when we are in our sport mode. And speaking of sport mode, now we get attack, goes to about 6,700 RPM and a 160 mile an hour speedometer. Interior illumination, soft touch dashboard, tilt and telescoping steering column, the adjustments for the air vents, our hood latch release, and hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. The infotainment screen, let's check it out. It's all touch sensitive with navigation standard on this Sdrive 228i. Our media, let's check it out. Telephone, and a shortcut to the navigation. Our home screen beneath it includes our songs and phone connectivity with our climate function down below as well. And as you mentioned, it's a little bit tricky for the automatic function, for the air conditioning function, but you do figure it out as time goes by pretty quickly. And all of our apps, you guys can pause, take a look. More interior illumination, the air vents continue, wireless phone charging pad, decent amount of storage. You'll fit 24-ounce water bottles, 12-volt, and 2 USB-C ports. We get our engine start stop, gear selector control, and the 7-speed DCT. Backup camera has some really high resolution. The mirrors drop down so you get a good look at your rear wheels. Our different views, we have an assist view, panorama view, and our camera cleaner. All appreciated features. My personal favorite would be the assist view, and when you throw it back into park, we stay in our backup screen. It does return our mirrors to the previous position, but the only way to go back to the home screen is by actually returning and pressing home. Behind that, we have our parking brake, defrosters, volume and skip, perfect location for the driver and the front passenger, hazards, our drive modes. Well, we'll check out all the drive modes. We already saw sport, personal, efficient, expressive, relaxed, digital art, and silent. Interesting. We'll start the review off in sport, try out efficient, just see what the differences are. The armrest is nice, soft, leatherette trim with contrast stitching. It's not the largest, but it's a lot larger than what I had in my Camaro. A decent amount of storage space too. You'll fit probably 4 to 5 12-ounce cans. The glove box, hard plastic. To open it up, there's a button up top, and pretty large. You're actually going to fit about 20-25 license plates in there. Should fit 2 pairs of shoes with an additional window sticker as well. We get a frameless auto-dimming rearview mirror with 3 garage HomeLink settings on it. Interior lights are touch-sensitive LED. We don't get a moonroof, but a pretty premium feeling headliner, and that's about it for the front seat at least. So this 2026 BMW 228i. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. Keep forgetting that you got to unlock the back seat before being able to access it. But up top, soft touch, leatherette in the center, nice leatherette armrest, auto one-touch window, and a large Harman Kardon speaker, aluminum door handle. The step-in's a little bit narrow here for somebody a little bit over 6 feet tall, but the padding goes out to the door frame with okay looking amount of legroom. And compared to a two-door vehicle, much easier process getting in and out. Knee room, I have about an inch of it. Headroom, I'm just about running out. I have about a millimeter of space before my head starts to touch. The air vents are appreciated though. We get 2 USB-C ports, but anybody over 6 feet tall, you'd probably prefer to sit in the back of a 3 Series. But compared to sitting in the back of a two-door vehicle, this is a significant upgrade. You don't get my pockets behind either of the front seat, which actually helps our knee room quite a bit. We'll lift this seat back up so it's a little bit quieter for our test drive. The interior lights back here are touch sensitive and LED with a center cubby. Being leatherette, you'll fit 16 to 24 ounce water bottles. Hopefully you pick it up on camera. With the center seat completely folding down, so ski trip approved, and you can still fit 2 passengers in your back seat. That's about it though, guys, for the back seat. It's a little tight back here, but for a subcompact sedan, or considered a Grand Coupe, definitely can't complain. Way more practical compared to a two-door vehicle. Underneath this BMW button badge is our hydraulic chute for the tailgate. It's not an electric tailgate or lift gate, trunk, whatever you like to call it, so it doesn't close for you, but it is pretty cool that it does open for you. And the opening is really large. With a flat floor, I'd expect you to slide and fit probably a 65-inch TV through here. You're definitely not saying that about most subcompacts. I'll leave a link right here to show you the exact storage space. Secret storage, a ton of it. Wow, you're fitting like 4 or 5 backpacks down there. Huge secret storage, perfect spot for grocery bags. They've really thought of the practicality in this subcompact sports sedan. We can shut this trunk right down. Oop, takes a little bit of effort, keep that in mind, and walk around this 2026 BMW 228i Sdrive one more time. And it is a really nice car for sub 40,000 for the base price, especially considering we're getting basically the exact same engine out of the 3 Series with a quicker, more snappy transmission. I'm excited to take this thing out for a drive. It might be the best performance bargain on the road today considering the premium features. But speaking of performance bargain, let's take this 2026 BMW 228i Sdrive out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 BMW 228i Sdrive. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, for a dual clutch transmission, you don't really feel any engagement. You do feel it a little bit when you transition from drive to reverse, but from park to drive, it just business as usual. The steering feels good in sport, not overly heavy, but also not artificially light. We can take a step out here in sport mode. Very touchy throttle in sport. About 3rd throttle. Ooh. Really sensitive. 3rd throttle shoots you past 4,000 RPM in sport mode, but you get up in speed very quickly. You don't hear a lot of wind noise. You hear a tiny bit of road noise, but nothing out of the ordinary. For a sub $40,000 base price, this feels very, very refined. I didn't mention also, we have auto rain sensing wipers, automatic high beams here. A lot of luxury features for the money. And at highway speeds, again, listen, it's not as quiet as the X5 we just reviewed in this channel, but it's also about half the price. In sport mode, it doesn't take a lot of throttle to keep this thing moving. We do compromise our overdrive gears. At around 50 miles an hour, we're revving around 2,000 RPM, but that's just one gear of a compromise. It's not the end of the world. We can switch the pace to efficient mode. See what changes up. Steering feels a little bit lighter. Braking feels the same. It doesn't increase the regen braking in eco mode. And I'm sure it'll definitely decrease the throttle sensitivity, but we'll check that out in 1 second. All right, guys, taking a step out here, we put it back in sport because we'll open her up one time, throwing it in. Handling feels really sharp. About half throttle. Ooh. That's probably another reason why you'd want to go for the X-Drive. Sure, it's a lot of power. It has very good traction with the Summer Performance tires, but the traction with the 4-wheel drive and the X-Drive will be significantly better. Sure, the 0 to 60 times are within half a second of each other, but for daily driving, just being able to slam on the gas pedal and not have wheel spin, if that's how you're expecting to drive this 228, I would recommend checking it out with the X-Drive. But once you're already moving, we can slow down a little bit, try out a moving pull. Shouldn't have any wheel spin. Strong pull. Whew. very strong. And even on the concrete pavement, it stays reasonably quiet. And if the slightly increased road noise bothers you, these Harman Kardon speakers, I'm sure will greatly offset any road noise. One thing I must complain about, for a sports sedan, I wish we had paddle shifters or at least some type of manual shifting capability. We don't have any manual shifts on the gear selector, nothing on the paddles. It's a very responsive feel, nice, quick transmission, but if we're gonna have a dual clutch transmission equipped sports sedan, especially a dual clutch equipped sports sedan, I think some paddle shifters wouldn't be the end of the world. Brakes feel really good though. Throwing it in, hugs the corner well, but yeah, you get a little bit of wheel hop and a little bit of spin, and that was only about a third throttle, and the sport mode has shot us to like 5,000 RPM. But one time I guess we can try one out off the line. We're not gonna floor it because I can guarantee you that it's going to roast these tires, but I will try to get a good launch. Off the line, on the gas. Woo! Yeah, I mean, that was still really quick. Sure, in the X-Drive you can just floor it from the start, but if you get a good launch in this S-Drive, it doesn't really feel any slower, especially once you're out of first gear. Overall, guys, if you're looking for the best luxury sports sedan starting under $40,000, you have 100% found it. Sure, it doesn't really start that far under $40,000, $39,600, but yeah, that's still under $40,000. You're doing 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, well under 6 seconds if you go for the four-wheel drive model. You got a relatively spacious interior. This isn't really a whole lot smaller compared to a 3 Series from, say, 15, 20 years ago. It drives really good. The handling is fantastic. It's great on gas, over 30 combined miles per gallon, and just about every option and feature you could possibly want or need. I would like to get it with ventilated seats, but outside of the ventilated seats, this thing is really well equipped. You got good power, good audio system, comfortable interior, and very good looks. If that's what you're looking for, guys, all around the $40,000 base price point, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 BMW 228i. If you live in bad climates, definitely go for the X-Drive. If you plan on going crazy with your right foot, also go for the X-Drive. But if you just want a nice car to daily drive, this S-Drive 40, or not 40, this S-Drive 228 is a really good car to check out. And a big thanks to Ibrahim and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Ibrahim, and a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.